And former star of Wild 'N Out, Jackie O, has died at just 32 years old. The popular comedy sketch series confirmed her death in a social media post Thursday, calling her a talented Wild 'N Out family member whose impact will be forever treasured and missed. Miss Jackie O spent 5 seasons on that show, which launched back in 2005 with host Nick Cannon.
Hey, you guys, the time is finally here. You guys have waited long enough. And I, in DC and I, me and DC, get our Shop J Nova collection. Okay, anyway, secret discount code down in the description box. Anyway, so yeah, tune in this Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be chatting with you guys the entire video, and even when the video says thanks for watching, it looks like it's over, there's a little surprise after that, so make sure you guys watch the whole thing. All right, I love you guys.
It's always sad when someone with so much potential dies so young. It's just as sad when someone that has graced TV or movie screens for so long and showed their style, personality, and skills to the world suddenly passes. The show Wild 'N Out has been a staple of certain channels for a long time. Nick Cannon's brainchild has brought all sorts of rappers and comedians onto the show over the years. And sadly, one of the longtime members, Jackie O, has passed away. With that, many people are pouring out love for the performer and sending thoughts to her family. We'll break it down for you. But first, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Do you want the chance to win a brand new iPhone 14 Pro Max, MacBook Pro, or a $500 Amazon gift card? Find the hidden message that's in the video, comment it down below, and subscribe to the channel for a chance to win one of these amazing prizes. Don't forget to hit the like button, and good luck! The passing of Jackie O. Jackie O, former Wild 'N Out cast member and longtime partner to comedian DCYoungFly, has died. She was only 32. We're deeply saddened by the passing of Jacqueline Smith, known to the world as Jackie O, a talented Wild 'N Out family member whose impact will be forever treasured and missed. The show's official Instagram page shared in a statement Thursday from a BET Media Group spokesperson. Jackie O was a loving friend and beloved colleague of the Wild 'N Out cast throughout 5 seasons. More importantly, she was a tremendous mother to 3 beautiful children. The BET Media Group extends our sincere condolences to the Smith family, DCYoungFly, B. Simone, Nick Cannon, and all friends who loved and cared for Jackie O during this difficult time. DCYoungFly and his family thanked fans for their condolences. We thank everyone for their well wishes and ask for privacy during this difficult time, DCYoungFly said in a statement shared with USA Today. The cause of death was not disclosed, but clearly something was wrong if she passed at only the age of 32. Fans and friends offered their condolences in the comments of the post. Unbelievable. Such a sweet, kind-hearted, and always warm person. Sending love to her, her family, her children, the whole Wild 'N Out family, and at DCYoungFly, wrote Hollywood Unlocked CEO Jason Lee. Jackie O and comedian/musician DCYoungFly shared 3 children, Nova, Nala, and Prince. According to Jackie O's Instagram page, she had a lip gloss line called J Nova Collection, which features the MTV Wild 'N Out girls, and she was also a realtor. Many of Smith's posts on social media featured her and DCYoungFly's children. One of her final videos showed them sleeping on a couch together. The reactions. Naturally, tributes started to pour in for the MTV star, as many had either seen her on TV or had relationships with her in some way. For example, Cardi B posted a photo of Jackie O with her kids on her Instagram stories and captioned the picture, "My heart hurts for them beautiful babies." The artist Meek Mill tweeted condolences, prayers to the bro DCYoungFly and his family, the rapper wrote. Former and current cast members of Wild 'N Out, including Justina Valentine, DJ D-Rec, Tim Chang Terangsu, also sent in tributes to their fallen friend, and the fan base was more than willing to lend their support and show love. Here are some of the tweets they made in support. "My sincerest condolences and prayers for DC and family, as well as the entire Wild 'N Out cast. This hurts so bad. My sincerest prayers and condolences for the family. Too young." One of the Wild 'N Out ladies even went onto Twitter to post, "There were a handful of Wild 'N Out girls who I felt comfortable enough around. A big deal for me. To chit chat with on set. and Jackie O was one of them. I remember her as always being very sweet. This is devastating news. All love to DC, their kids, and Jackie's family. My condolences to her friends and family during this difficult time. Lord, wrap your arms around this family, and please give them the strength and an understanding. Damn, I just watched one of her videos. She always made me laugh. Rest in peace, Miss O. You will be missed, and your love for your beautiful kids will always be remembered. Dang, this is so heartbreaking to hear. I was hoping it wasn't true. My heart aches for DC, those babies, and anyone who was extremely close to her. My prayers and condolences for all who loved her. And they just kept going on and on. That goes to show the impact that she had on people and why she will be missed so much. It's true that she was only on Wild 'N Out for 5 seasons, but she was beloved there. Plus, if you look at the more recent controversy surrounding the show, it might be best that she got out while she could. Wild 'N Out's origins. At the start of this comedy rap sketch series, Nick Cannon was just getting done with his time on Nickelodeon via All That and other programs, and he wanted to make a show that would not just be fun, but show off his rap skills, and as a bonus, go and get his friends some jobs. He just wasn't sure how to put it all together. He went through several iterations of the show, including one that featured an electric chair, for real. But eventually he did what would become Wild 'N Out, and it was a big hit with MTV, where the show started. Executive Tony DeSanto, the senior vice president of production development and animation for MTV at the time, said as the Nickelodeon audience matured, so did Cannon. With Wild 'N Out, they'll get to see a whole new side of Nick as he flexes his improv and sketch comedy skills alongside this great cast he helped assemble. DeSanto said, "We're thrilled to be in business with Nick and to bring our viewers comedy and hip hop in a fresh way." Another reason why Wild 'N Out was so successful in its conception and running was that Nick knew how to get things done. He had spent years at Nickelodeon and Viacom and understanding the pipeline of sorts. Knowing that helped him embrace the idea of making a show and turning it into something special. I always knew how to operate from a business aspect and seeing an idea start from its conception to its fruition. Now with having this almost $500 million brand that I built, I get the concept of being able to get as much out of the brand as possible, but still staying true to it without overexploiting it, Cannon said in an interview with Vibe. I think that's what we've done extremely well with Wild 'N Out. From the careers that it's helped birth, to the marketing, to the branding, from everything that we do with the tours, the restaurants, barbershops, we're doing so many things with the brand. It's because I had the opportunity of seeing how one of the biggest brands with Nickelodeon or Viacom operated. And it should be praised that Nick Cannon was able to get his series not only off the ground, but got it to run for so many years. It's still on the air right now despite some turbulence in recent years. So that's credit to both Nick Cannon and the cast and crew he's brought onto the show over the years, as they kept the lights on. But it's not without some things that have made people's eyes roll. The lines of comedy. As improv and comedy shows in the past have shown, the style and the content of it vary wildly on the people doing the show, the network it's on, and the overall intent of the series. A great example of this is Whose Line Is It Anyway? Very much the godfather of improv shows. They've absolutely pushed the button both in the past and in their present run by catering to both families and those who have a more mature sense of humor, but rarely do they push the limit too much. With Wild 'N Out though, they don't care about the limit at all, which on the surface may be mean. After all, this is a comedy show. But if you were to go and listen to some of the raps that are sung and the games that are played, it's almost catered to a more perverse style of comedy and suggestiveness, which obviously gets the fan base and the audience riled up. But it also calls into question the character of the show. For example, many raps have been about sleeping with other members of the cast or special guests that are there on that day, including host Nick Cannon himself, telling guest Black China that he wants to spend one night in China. There was another time during a spit take game where one of the female guests sat on another female guest's lap and kissed her to invoke the spit take, which definitely took that second guest by surprise, and so on and so forth. Now obviously there are people who are going to love that with all their hearts, and it's not hard to see why. That's entertaining to some. Plus, given the stations it's been on over the years, MTV, MTV2, and VH1, they have a demographic that literally eats that stuff up because of their desire for more mature content. But there's a line here, or at the very least, many people feel there should be a line there. and yet this show is fine with crossing it all the time. There have literally been times on the show when some of the people partaking have almost gotten into fights with one another, and Nick or others had to try and calm them down. Plus, you can't say that this was only in certain early seasons, as that's not true. In the most recent season of the show, they had WWE stars Montez Ford and his wife Bianca Belair to have some fun with Nick Cannon and the crew. They did a team-based rap battle, and one of them started doing the theme song to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but he changed the ending to how he got in trouble because, quote, I wanted to impregnate Bianca Belair. If you look at Bianca and Montez when that line happened, that's much more than a reaction. That's two people who were about to scrap because of something being said, and the internet picked up on that too. Now sure, it was just a game, but again, there are supposed to be lines. But when you're trying to be controversial at points to bring in ratings, perhaps that doesn't matter as much. Trying to live life well, regardless of what Wild 'N Out is or isn't, it's still incredibly sad to hear of the passing of Jackie O. She clearly had fun on the show, but wasn't afraid to step away to pursue other interests and to raise her kids, which is very admirable. Her passing in her early 30s will be a big blow to some because they'll wonder why someone so young, with so much to live for, had to die at such a young age. But in truth, that might be the lesson to learn here. You never know where life will lead you or how long you'll have, so the best thing to do is try and live your life well. That way you can't say you have any regrets when you pass on. Rest in peace, Jackie O. And there you have it, everyone. A look at the life of Jackie O and how she's impacted Wild 'N Out over the years. Do you remember seeing some of her episodes on TV? What will you choose to remember the most about her? Will the show pay tribute to her on the next episode? Let us know in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.